majority of the men I speak to these days are so annoying. As soon as they go on my Instagram and find out that I do OF, they literally message and they're like, send me a photo, send me videos, where's my subscription, this and that. And to me, that is like such a red flag.
Really?
And you know what's a massive red flag for self-respecting men? Women who sell their bodies on adult nudie sites for a whopping $5 a month. The only people interested in you are simps and men who probably haven't showered in months, and I honestly think those are the pick of that particular litter. Personally, I don't think it's an over-exaggeration to say that self-respecting men rank you below female professional basketball players when it comes to desirability. And no, I assure you, that is most certainly not a compliment.
Like, it's just like really off-putting. Like, I get that what I do isn't for everyone, but it just sort of like turns them into like a bit of a fuckboy, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's just a massive off-putting. Like, if anything, it's going to be harder for someone like me to send them photos than another girl, because there's a price on all my photos, you know? So I don't know why they think that they're going to be getting my stuff for free when they're just speaking to me.
That's why I praise the Lord for prostitutes.
I'm gonna have to correct you there. Dating is henceforth impossible for you because the only men who are willing to talk to you are going to assume that you are easier than a drunk cheerleader at her first high school kegger. Most of the men are going to assume that your personality is tied to your profession, so naturally they're gonna ask for free nudes and happy fun joy time with your infectious void of merciless agony. And you're too short-sighted to understand that what goes on the internet stays on the internet, and you'll forever be known as an online Jezebel, and there is nothing you can do to ever change that.
That's why I say prostitutes.
So I know everyone has heard of girl math, but has anyone heard of crazy girl math? So I'm hoping someone out there can relate to me so I don't feel as crazy. But I went on a couple dates with this guy, 2 to be exact, and we had both talked about our intentions, wanting to find a serious relationship. I had also mentioned, you know, I'm into guys wearing Nikes, all that stuff.
Wow. That's amazing.
So you're looking for a serious relationship with a man who has nothing better to do with his money than buy an expensive pair of sneakers. This just begs the question, what gives you the right to monitor how a man spends his money when you've clearly spent too much of yours on those god-awful tattoos? Seriously, woman, what were you thinking? Those tattoos are only gonna get uglier as you get older, as your skin begins to sag, and much like an old pair of sneakers, you will be easily replaced by something fresher, newer, and nicer fitting, if you catch my drift.
That's funny because it's so true.
Things were going good. Same page. So after the second date, he calls me the next day and he goes, so, like, what are we? I know I said I wanted serious, but can I get to know you? And then he sends me a screenshot that he ordered a pair of Nikes because this man didn't own a pair of Nikes. And I was like, okay, coming on too strong. I know I said I wanted a serious relationship and I like a guy who wears Nikes, but now I gotta stop talking to you. I mean, it adds up, right?
No.
Hope you like being alone, woman, because it's what you deserve at this point. You are totally fine with Chad leading you on for months on end while he treats your body like his own personal fuel pump, but when a halfway decent guy asks the perfectly valid question of whether or not you guys are going to be mutually exclusive, that somehow gives you the ick. Sounds to me like you did this guy a favor. 1 month with you and he'd be forever miserable in a hellish life of psychological misery. So I guess I should thank you. I'll get a letter to you mailed sometime whenever I feel like it. Just don't hold your breath.
I think online dating is a little bit like trying to order a name brand boyfriend off of Wish.com. You know something's a little wrong with them. The packaging is damaged. It just doesn't quite look like the picture of what you expected. And then you open the box and there's still parts required for assembly.
I get it.
I don't like it.
Well, I personally found that online dating is like treating oneself to the Applebee's after a long month at the Foundry, except when you get there, you realize it's all askew. What you're hoping to be a fine dining experience was nothing more than a sham perpetrated by the devil himself. Place smells worse than a hog pen in summertime. You got a rude waitress who's looking at you cockeyed because she thinks you look irregular, and the food you get, reckon it never looks like the pictures they got on them menus. Then you have to pay for food that's nowhere near the value they charge. Then you drive home alone and discontent with the experience in general. Reckon that sounds like a country song.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna get off the maps. I can't do it no more. I'm gonna wait for my name brand boyfriend from Target. Hey, Chip and JoJo, are Hearth and Hand gonna make a boyfriend collection for 2024? Maybe spring? I'll see you then.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you guys there.
This store reminds me of one summer when Joe Bob, Hezekiah, and myself went on down to Snaky Jack's moonshine still to see that old Snaky Jack got himself the idea of trying to use the bed of his pickup truck to start up his own avocado farm. The only problem with this plan was that old Snaky Jack was using his moonshine to try to create a brand of alcoholic avocados. That night he lit up one of them Cuban cigars and ended up setting his entire truck on fire. Reckon the fire could be seen from miles on end. Sheriff had to get involved and hosed him down to put the fire out. And unlike this woman, Snaky Jack ended up fully healed. And on the plus side, he's also got a huge amount of moonshine and avocados, which is significantly more than what this woman has.
It should come as literally no surprise to anybody on this planet that women are not wanting to have children anymore, considering the fact that the main reason for divorces nowadays is lack of commitment, and women are usually the ones who initiate divorces, right? Men will sit there and try to say that, oh, women are always the one who leave relationships, you guys are the one divorcing us. You gotta be so for real right now. How many times did your wife tell you, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, stop doing this, stop cheating on me, take care of our kids, help me with the groceries, help me with cleaning the house?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Woman, if your brain was dead, it would be an improvement. A husband not doing things your way is never grounds for a divorce. Here's a question for you. Assuming that your husband was the primary household earner and is working his fingers to the bone, allowing for the house, the food, and the bills to be paid, then what are you doing when you're not pointlessly questioning the leadership of your husband? A husband will go through hell and back before he cheats, and typically that hell comes in the form of years of mistreatment from an ungrateful wife. And if he cheated multiple times, then maybe you need to question your taste in men instead of making an ass out of yourself by whining your particular brand of gibberish on TikTok.
And then you expect her to not only take care of the house, take care of the kids, take care of you, but then go and work 9 to 5 and go 50-50 with you? Are you out of your freaking mind? No kidding, women don't want to have children anymore. No kidding, women are divorcing men because why would I want to deal with the stress of you doing F shit behind my back? Me taking care of these kids that I birthed, literally ruined my body for you, that you don't even take care of.
Jeez, woman, why don't you tell us how you really feel? You're standing there openly resenting your children just so you can spite your ex-husband. You are the same kind of mother who leverages her children for child support, uses them for online clout, and blames them for why your life didn't turn out the way you feel you deserve. You know what? Your children will see this one day, and they're going to resent you for the rest of your life when they find all of this out. You've gone scorched earth on your entire family and screwed them up for life. But I really do hope that the likes and comments you get will keep you content on the day your children cut ties with you over the sheer embarrassment of knowing that you gave them their DNA. Give us a follow-up video on that. Your cringe will certainly be priceless.
You! I will think of you as I throw up into the toilet.
Why would I want to do that when I can just go be alone, stress-free? No kidding. No kidding. But men will always sit here and try to blame the demise of society on us when they're literally the ones that built society.
Don't you put that that evil on me, Ricky Bobby! Don't you put that on us!
That's right, men did build society, and we kept it running for centuries, and it worked just fine up until this point. Then something happened. Gee, what was that little thing? Oh yeah, you demanded equal treatment, and you got what you wanted. Now you can work, cook, clean, earn money, own your own things, raise your own kids, and pay your own bills. Granted, you could have done all of that while still being a housewife, but now it really does mean something, because if you don't pull your weight, society will crumble thanks to diversity quotas and a militant ideology being preached in our public schools. And we can't go back now, so I suggest you either get your ass to the coal mine and start digging, or learn how to make a pot roast and shut your mouth for once. And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. As always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell so we can give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for checking out the new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.